What's going on? I'm J-Ball and we're back with another fixed gear tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to big spin, also known as the Prolly spin. The big spin is an intermediate trick that can really elevate your fixed trick game. Once you learn this trick, there's so many possibilities that you can take with it. You can link it with other stuff. You can keep it going. For now though, we're just going to learn how to do a basic one, which is a 360 big spin. One nice thing about learning this trick is that your bike setup really doesn't affect your learning at all. You can have skinny bars, you can have a high, a low saddle, you can have thick tires, skinny tires. None of it will affect your ability to learn this trick. The only thing I will say is that you should really make sure you have a reliable drive chain that doesn't slip on you, because when it slips, you get hurt. It's happened to me. Not fun. Also, the other thing I'll say is that a lighter gear ratio will help you on this. It might not look as good, but it's a lot easier for sure. I'm currently running 46/17 on this setup. Let's get into the steps. Let's learn how to actually do this trick. Step one is going to be the carve. You're gonna pick a direction you feel comfortable spinning. For me, it's my left side towards my left foot. If you know how to 180, the carve is gonna be really similar to a 180. Start the carve when your dominant foot is at the 12 o'clock position. As soon as it hits that position, for me, it'll be my left foot on top. You start to compress and load your body, getting ready for your spin. Step two is gonna be the pull up. As you carve and compress, you're gonna push down on your pedal while simultaneously pulling up on your bars. And at the same time you're doing this, you're gonna point your head in the direction that you're spinning. For 180s, your head and hip turn are pretty aggressive because that's predominantly what you're using to get your spin. For a big spin, it doesn't have to be as aggressive because you're gonna mainly be using your carve and your backward pedal momentum to get the spin down. While you're turning and carving, pointing your head in the right direction, and pulling up on the bars, pushing down on the pedals, you're actually gonna put your body towards the front of your bars. You're gonna hump the stem just like we do with our good old fixie skid. So if we start riding forward this way, we have the pedal at the 12 o'clock position here. You're gonna start to carve in and pull up. You're getting pedals to the 3 and 9 position. Bike, add basically a 180 and your body will be up here. If you're falling off the end of the bike, you know you're in a good spot. Step three is gonna be getting down from that position. How are we gonna get down from that position? It's all on your feet. We're gonna be backpedaling. At this point, we've carved, we've turned, we've popped up, you've humped the handlebars, and your pedals should be in about the 3 and 9 position. Once you're here, you're gonna crank back on your pedals really hard. In theory, because we carved and we turned our head, that'll swing the bike around the rest of the way to a proper 360. One of my biggest tips for learning this is commitment. It's a trick that feels like if you commit to, you're gonna get hurt. And while you're learning, you will probably fall off the back of the bike. I would recommend a helmet while you're learning this. But the true learning comes when you fall off a couple times and then you start to adjust the amount of pedal pressure you're putting into it and pulling out of it. Once you find that sweet spot, you should be able to big spin every single time and stop being scared. Once you learn this, not only will you make John Watson himself very proud, but you'll be able to link this trick with tons of other tricks. You can do big spin 180s, big spin bar spins, big spins into fish and chips. You can just keep spinning the big spin if you want to. There's tons of possibilities. In conclusion, we start with the carve. We pull up, hump the bars, then pull away. On paper, it really is that easy. It is a scary trick to learn though, so just give it some time, put in some hours, and commit. Remember, the commitment is the most important part. Tell me which trick you want to learn next. Buy yourself this sweet pink Master fake turbo saddle at masterbike.co. I'll see you in the next fixed gear tutorial.